There are a lot of interesting stock names that have popped up on the radar of various institutional investors, and that's the reason we have seen significant FII and DII holding changes for the December quarter. Let's have a look at some of those, starting off with the list of stocks where the FIs have increased their stake to the maximum possible extent. You have IRCTC that has a share FII holding of more than 8% as compared to less than 1% in the previous quarter. From the large cap space, there is only one stock that has made it into this list, which is ACC at 11.55% FII holding as compared to 6.6% in the previous quarter. And then you have FII India 14.85% holding as compared to 8.4%. And then you have CSB Bank along with L&T Finance Holdings also, which has seen a significant increase in their FII holding. The space where they have decreased their stake, starting off with the IT names, Birlasoft features in this list, 17.5% during December 2020 versus 22.5% in September 2020. And then you have Oracle Financial Services, where they have reduced their stake by about 100 basis points or thereabouts. And then you have some financial names like J&K Bank along with LIC Housing Finance, where they have also reduced their stake. The only large cap name that stands out over here is Tata Motors DVR, where they have seen a reduction in their FII holding. As far as the domestic institutions are concerned, the top 5 stocks where we have seen an increase in the domestic institution participation, once again IRCTC tops the list, more than 5% held by the domestic institutions as compared to just about 1% in the previous quarter. Then you have mid-cap IT names like Birlasoft as well as Coforge that have seen an increase in their domestic holding. LIC Housing Finance and Century Plyboards are the other 2 stocks that feature in this list. But I tell you what, the most interesting space has been where the domestic institutions have decreased their positions. A lot of notable large cap as well as mid cap names featuring in this list. Let me start off with the cement pack, where you have ACC and Ambuja Cement, where there has been a significant reduction in their domestic institutions. Then you have some of the mid-cap IT names like eClerx along with Mindtree that feature in this list. And then you had the odd FII India along with Deepak Nitrite, Escorts, Apollo Hospitals as well as TVS Motors, which has also seen a decrease in their domestic institutional activity as well. Moving on to the last and third category, which is the promoter space. The top 4 stocks where we have seen an increase in the promoter holding. Tata Motors DVR stands out over here. 7.67% is what the promoters held as of December 2020 as compared to 7.24% in September 2020. Trident also has seen a marginal increase. So has IRB Infrastructure along with Brigade Enterprises, that has also seen an increase in their promoter holding. Lastly, talking about the space where promoters have decreased their stake, let me highlight IRCTC, where the promoter holding has gone down to 67% as compared to 87%, and that is why we saw that the lap up in shares that was done by the FIIs as well as the domestic institutions. Some of the other notable names, Mindtree and Coforge, once again there has been a reduction in the promoter stake, and that is exactly why we have seen an increase in the domestic as well as the FII space. The other 2 names that feature in this list are Dish TV as well as Future Retail.